I see. We're good as long as we know that the village council and the Onagafuji Guardians are not behind this movement. Please take care of Hojo Satoko's case without worrying about it. I will. I'm glad to know that the whole village is not backing it. I don't agree with the whole idea, though. No matter who is pulling the strings, we must treat every case equally. I bet Hinabizawa is treated specially because we set a bad example in the past. Well, you're absolutely right, sir, but... please continue to work on this case. The local government manager assured us that the village council has nothing to do with the appeals. It's a problem that our organization is so afraid of one committee. We must rethink this as a manager. Yes, I'm sorry. Anyway, I'm glad to hear that the village is not supporting me. You must act the same way even if the village does support them. No matter who is behind the scenes, please take care of the case of Hojo Satoko very carefully. Do not try and give her any special treatment, okay? Wow. So this is like from an above action. This is like corrupt a government telling them, sit down and don't do anything about it. So it supersedes just the local level of what's going on. Which I'm wondering why. Why is the government against Satoko so much? I mean, I don't see why they're against this situation. Why do they feel the need to go against this? Like, seriously, what do they gain from going hard-headed against what they're doing? It's strange. Very strange. Excuse me, I have something to say before the meeting starts. They figure that I'm trying to say something about Satoko. They're old and wise people. Okay, Ichi. We're having the final meeting now, so will you talk about your personal issue later? I ignore him and continue talking. Shut the fuck up. If you have something to say, just tell me. Not Mion or Chie. I don't like your approach. Let's talk face to face. Everyone gets quiet. Shit. Yeah, I don't like you going behind my back and blackmailing Mio. That is fucked up. I do not appreciate that. No one wants to be involved in a conversation about the Hojo family. Everyone here is aware that Hojo Satoko is being locked up by her uncle and that he abuses her. I don't mind that you guys are not trying to save her aggressively. I'm sure that some of you don't want any trouble. But we're different. Satoko is our friend. We're fighting hard to save our friend from danger. But you're... Ichi. We're aware of that story. We're just trying to tell you that you've done enough into the center. Is there a problem if we continue the petition? Of course! There's a big problem. Someone with a stern voice speaks out to me. Shut up, Kasa. I'm successful picking a fight. Will you explain to us what the problem is? The damn conflict ended a long time ago. Protesting to the officials is what people did in the old days. I'm not even talking about Satoko. They're just giving me a bunch of excuses. I'm not asking about what you did in the past. This is my war. Tell me if you're on my side or if you're my enemy. Which is it? Are you my enemies? They start making noise. Look how he's behaving. Young people nowadays don't know how to be polite. I start smelling fire in the room. My friends remain here without changing their strict expressions. Their strong expressions make me feel like I have supporters. Who here stands against me? I'm standing in front of everyone as a representative. I'm not fighting all alone. This is everyone's fight. I don't feel intimidated by the fierce looks the old people are giving me. Keiichi, this is not about us being your enemy or not. The village fought the officials during the dam conflict. However, I understand that this has nothing to do with it. That was a thing of the past. I'm not trying to ask what you're thinking. I'm talking about me, my friends in Satoko. I never asked you about the dam conflict. I think you should get your ears checked. Okay, get rid of that. I think you should stop conflating the two ideas. Satoko is completely independent of this damn conflict. So why are you bringing up that issue? Why you? How can you talk to your elders like that? You're such a disrespectful kid. I'm curious how your parents raised you. My dad smiles bitterly. Fuck. God damn it, Keiichi. Don't make me look bad. I'm sorry. I'm his father. You're his father. How could you raise him like this? I guess I'm not a perfect parent. I don't know if I raised him the way I was supposed to. He pauses. The next moment his expression changes. However, all he is doing is telling you that there's something he doesn't understand. I don't care if he's my son or not. As a man, I respect his course of action. Doesn't matter how he was raised. The old people are gay. See, that's better. That's better. That's how an adult talks. God fucking damn it. Jesus. That's a lot. Because that way it's a lot more. It has a lot more tact to it. Instead of, getting your ear checked. No. It's better to bring up to the point. Why are you bringing that up when that has nothing to do with Satsuko's issue right now? Because then it gets him into the point. It just keeps backing them up. Oishi breaks the silence with laughter. That's very impressive. I'm Ryuku Rena. Can I ask something? I don't understand why you're saying that you can't make a petition to the Child Center because the dam conflict is over. Will you explain that to us in detail? Rena's voice is perfectly calm, as if it doesn't concern her. However, I can see the rage in her eyes. I guess I'm the only one who can see that fire. It seems the old people would rather deal with her than me. Rena, the village has no reason to fight the officials now that the war is over. During the war, we did fight. But we tried to forget about our past after the war. We don't have a good relationship with the officials. Inamizawa is not an individual country. We're just a small village in Japan. The officials are taking care of us. That's why we need to get along with them. You're right. I think it's important to get along with them. Listen to Rena. She understands us well. Mayabaro's boy should learn from her. I can hear the crowd speaking. That's right. Inamizawa has been trying to fix the relationship with the officials ever since the dam and the war ended. Shion is right. The old men cheer. However, Shion opens her mouth next. That's why the village council and the officials are best friends now. In fact, two officials always come to the annual hot spring trip presented by the village council. They get paid to participate in the trip too. The trip itself is mostly paid by tax money, isn't it? I know so many other things. The fee of the New Year's party and the enormous donation to the village events. It is no different with Watanagashi. The officials hook us up with millions of yen. They're the ones who pretty much pay for the festival. Ever since the conflict ended, the festival has been getting bigger and bigger. That's because we're receiving money from the officials. If we get in trouble with the officials, we might not be able to hold a festival next year. Or at least not as extravagant as it was. That's why Hinamizawa is kissing their asses now, right, Father? Shio, how do you know all about that? I swap with my sis sometimes. What the hell? That's a ridiculous story. I still don't understand why you are against what we're trying to do. Oh, well, whoops. Rena will you sum up this up for me? What are you trying to say? Well, basically they can't make the officials upset because they're having a cozy relationship with them. No, because they're in bed with the officials. That's all I would say. They're in bed with the officials. They're getting money and they don't want their sweet cash cut off. The whole room goes into a panic after Rena sums it up so simply. Some of them are ashamed that we hit the nail on the head. Some of them are enraged by our ignorance. And some of them are simply angry about our attitude. The room is filled with chaos. Be quiet, be quiet. They settle down as Kimiyoshi raises his voice. He's looking very furious. Keiichi, the relationship between the village and officials has nothing to do with this. You're only trying to switch the subject. This is just a waste of time. Listen, we won the battle against the dam project, but now this village is labeled as a nest of troublemakers. We were taking advantage of the image during the dam conflict. However, it was working against us. We need to try and get rid of that negative image. Otherwise, the future of this village spells doom. Do you understand? It's not just about being your enemy, it's deeper than that. In other words, if we make too much noise, the friendly mood in the village will be ruined. The old people nod as Mion talks. They think that Mion is on their side. God, I fucking love her. Hey-chan, what do you mean by the friendly mood? Does it mean that we shouldn't seek help for a poor innocent girl who's getting abused? They're trying to say that the Child Consultation Center is doing their job. Don't try and agitate them. The officials can't say that out loud. They don't want to be bothered. They want the village to take care of it since they're giving it lots of money to them. So, Hinamizawa is like the pet to the officials. Hey you, watch what you say. Be more respectful. You watch out too. I hope you're not refusing to help her because Satoko is the daughter of the Hojo family. That's not it. We're not saying anything about Satoko. We're just advising you to stop petitioning from an adult's point of view. The Child Consultation Center is not trying to ignore you. I'm sure they're taking into consideration that you made a huge petition. They already understand your point. We're saying that you're carrying this way too far. Keiichi, I just found something very interesting. Look at the frame over there. Rena points out at the wall. Everyone looks that way. There are different frames all over the wall of Assembly Hall. They mostly have to do with the dam conflict, and they glorify the Onikafuchi Guardians. Rena points at the piece of writing Kimiyoshi wrote it. Kimiyoshi wrote it, way back when he was the leader of the Guardians during the dam conflict. Look at the middle portion of it. We attempted peaceful negotiation, but the government and their puppet, the president of the electric company, declined. They disrespected the home of Hinamizawa and our democracy in extremely immoral ways. Neat. That's what Kimiyoshi wrote for the war memorial. He wrote the same thing on the memorial monument. Everyone knows why Rena is bringing this up. I can hear everybody gulping. They attempted to negotiate peacefully with the government and its puppet, the electric company. What is this? It's not the electric company, it's the Hinamizawa Village Council, isn't it? They're the puppet of the government, huh? Someone explain to me what that means. It means that they're controlled by the government. They're supposed to be an individual organization, but they're being controlled by another organization with the puppet, i.e. getting paid off. It sounds like a perfect word to describe Hinamizawa. It does sound perfect. What are you saying? We're not their puppet. We're just trying to cope with them. You're making an unfair judgment. But that's what you clearly stated. You clearly told us that you want us to stop, not because of Satoko, but for the village. You said there's an issue because the village needs to have a friendly relationship with the officials. Don't tell me that you didn't say this. You said it, didn't you? I heard it. They said it had nothing to do with Satoko. You know? I thought there was a slogan in this village. The whole village is supposed to get together for one villager, right? Yeah, when there's one, you bring two. 2, 4, all of that shit. If there's one person coming, 2 should throw rocks at him. If there are 2, 4 should do so. If there are 8, 16 would fight back. If there's 1,000, the whole village should stand up and fight. If one person is abused, the whole village is abused. Get together for the one villager. That's the unity of the Guardians. That unity of the Guardians is stronger than the rock. That's what the Guardian leader said back in the day. Ugh. The leader of the village used to be the head of the Onikafuchi Guardians. He crosses his arm and starts to groan. There are many things he wants to say, but he knows none of them will make him look good. He continues to keep quiet. When I moved here, Mion and Shion told me the courageous story of the dam conflict. But the tradition of this village didn't start just a few years ago, when the dam conflict happened. I believe it's something that's been here for over 40 years, ever since Japan lost the war. I respect how people in this village continue to unite as a whole and protect their traditions. More than anything, I respect the courage of those men who fought as the Onikafuchi Guardians. The government did many dirty things to submerge this village underwater, but they thwarted everything. Because of the effort of those men, Hinamizawa is still here. If they hadn't been there, this village would be underwater by now. I have a great appreciation that this beautiful village will still exist here. I'm proud that I'm a villager of Hinamizawa. That's right. Everyone's great. It's not one of my friends. It's one of the old people. That's why we're fighting. We're practicing the tradition of this village. If there's more people, if there's one person coming, 2 should throw rocks at them. If there are 2, 4 would do so. If there are 8, 16 would fight back. If there's 1,000, the whole village should stand up and fight. If one person is abused, the whole village is abused. Get together for one villager. That's the unity of the Guardians. Hojo Satsuko is one of the villagers. You all know how horrible her uncle is. You know that we can't leave her alone with him for a whole month. We need to save her from her uncle right now. I need the power of the Guardians one more time. I want the spirits of the Guardians to reunite again. Rena and Mion start to applaud. I start seeing smiles on the faces of the old people. However, they quickly stop smiling and start talking with their neighbors. Keiichi is right. It's not like Hinamizawa has to obey the officials all the time. The damn conflict is over now. The officials are taking care of us too. I know that. We're being supported by the officials that much. As an individual, I agree with what the Mayabara boys say. I don't like the way the village council is operating. Keiichi is right. It's not right for the village to pressure him because the villagers are telling us to do so. Kimiyoshi, we might not be able to support Keiichi. I think we also don't have a right to tell him not to stop. I don't like the attitude of Mayabara's boy. He's too disrespectful. You think you can get away with talking to us like that? 3 scary old guys come up to me and yell at me. I raise my voice and yell right back at them. It's not about my attitude. It's about the village spirit. Get out of here if you're not courageous enough to stand up for an innocent villager. How disrespectful. Bang. A big old guy hits me in the head. What are you doing? Bang. I hit him back and the room goes into a panic. Oh, Jesus Christ. Rena comes up towards me. I thought she came to stop me, but she suddenly hits the old guy in the head. Okay. What? What are you doing? Don't you think you can get away with this because you're a girl? Don't think you can get away with this because you're a girl. He hits Rena's head. However, Rena talks back to him with a serious face. If one comes at you, 2 should fight back. Isn't that the spirit of Hinamizawa? Since you hit Rena, 4 of us need to retaliate. Let me get involved. Keiichi, I'm getting involved too. You're right. If they're going to stop you violently, I'm not going to turn a blind eye. There are 3 people blocking Keiichi's way. We need 6 people to fight them. Rika, I'm impressed with your courage. Let me in too. I'm going to be on his side too. Shay stands up. I thought she gave up because of the pressure. I was almost going to neglect my student. I prioritized myself even though I thought I'd do anything for my students. I'm ashamed of myself. She stares at the village leader with a fierce look. That's her answer to the pressure he tried to put on her. Gee, I think I took it too far as their educator. However, what Mayabara is doing is the right thing. As an educator, I have to acknowledge the fact that he's doing something right. I'm not going to tell him to stop anymore. If you're acknowledging me, I have nothing to fear. Let me ask you people one more time. Is it more important to get along with the officials than saving the life of one poor innocent villager? You don't even need to ask them, Keiichi. This is no ordinary assembly hall. This used to be the headquarters of the Onikafuchi Guardians. The people here were all members of the Guardians once. People without the spirit of the Guardians would not come to this place. Mio. Kimiyoshi. Kei-chan is practicing the spirit of Hinamizawa. The way he's trying to fight without fear is exactly what the Onikafuchi Guardians were doing. I think it's embarrassing for a village council to tell him to stop what he's doing. If you are still going to ask him to back off, I'm going to crush all of these pictures on the wall and burn this flag of the Guardians. Damn. Hell yeah. Ah. Someone raises his voice. I'm going to support Mayabara. He may be disrespectful, but he has the right spirit. I agree. It's embarrassing to be a puppet of the officials. Keiichi, don't worry and keep on fighting. Don't give in to the pressure. The room is filled with a round of applause. Mayabara, tell us what's going on so far. Very well. On the day Satoko was kidnapped by her uncle, Chie visited her house. However, he refused to see her, and it was obvious that something was going on. Chie quickly called the Child Consultation Center after that. At night, a social worker visited her house. However, they determined that there was no abuse going on and they put a hold on her case. It might be a normal way to handle this, but they don't know how dangerous that uncle is. For that reason, the 5 of us went to the Child Consultation Center to let them know the urgency of this matter. They said they would take that under consideration, but they didn't take any action. We thought 5 of us were not enough on that day. So the next day, we went there with more than 20 of our classmates.
You took the whole class?
Kei-chan made a very moving speech. He told them to save their friend and not neglect her. If he was here during the dam conflict, I'm sure we could have resolved it a year earlier because of his charisma.
Haha, we all understand that he's an energetic boy. The Child Consultation Center was still not willing to listen to us on the second day. We made almost no progress. All they told us was that they were working on it. No, Keiichi, you did make progress. They were intimidated and they came to check on us. The fact that they're trying to apply pressure means that what you did was working. You made progress. I see. I guess you could look at it like that. If they weren't scared of us, they wouldn't try to pressure us. On the 3rd day, we called our friends and gathered 60. This time, we got to meet the head of the village, in the office. He listened to me, but he didn't tell me what the decision would be. Keiichi, to tell you the truth, the village council had already spoken to the officials, and we made our decision to stop with them. After the Child Consultation Center confirmed that the whole village was not involved in the movement, they decided to just ignore your petition. That's what I thought. I could feel that from the way the head of the office treated us. It was obvious that they were just trying to get it over with.
We're planning to go there tomorrow too, but I wonder if they'll listen to us. They might not even let us in because they think the village is pressuring us.
Yeah.
They think that the village is on their side. The villagers need to publicly announce that they're supporting Keiichi.
I agree. Otherwise, they will not accept any more petitions. We should do that. We should tell them that the village is not going to stop Mayabara from what he's doing. Personally, I don't want to complain about what Keiichi is doing. However, it's complicated when I think about it from the village council's point of view. Even if we tell them that we're not on either side, they will think that we are on his side. That's tantamount to starting a conflict with them. But I still have to respect the opinion of the council too. I just can't decide this on my own. You're not a unilateral decision. I need to get approval from all of the council members.
Most of them are here right now.
Yeah, but... Let's just be honest here. You're afraid that there is someone among you who are against saving the daughter of the Hojo family, aren't you? Everyone goes quiet. This is the real truth. Everyone thinks that the damn conflict is over. You all told me that a few minutes ago. You also think that there's no need to discriminate the Hojo family now that everything is over. However, you are still afraid of her family. You're afraid that you will be attacked if you interact with the Hojo family. Satoko's parents were indeed the leaders of the evacuation supporters. But what crime did Satoko commit? Personally, I don't have anything against her, but other people do. I don't have anything against her either. The conflict is over and her parents passed away too. I don't hate her either, but I know there are some people who still hate her.
Let me ask you this. If you hate Satoko, please raise your hand. I'm sure no one will raise their hand. Yet you still believe that you'll be pointed at if you interact with her. However, no one hates her. There are no people like that.
Well, it can't be true.
I'm sure there are. Then tell me, who is it? Tell me who told you directly that he or she hates Satoko.
There's silence again. It's obvious that they were avoiding Satoko because of a huge misunderstanding. The Child Consultation Center will not do anything, no matter what we do. They think the village is on their side. We won't be able to fight until the village council makes it clear to them they're not supporting them. Yoshi, are you trying to get approval from someone? Ouch. You're on the money with that. The village leader smiles bitterly. I don't know what Rika is talking about, but I guess she hit the nail on the head. Who is she talking about? Who is that someone? If I can persuade that person, the village is going to be on their side. Our side. Cough, cough, Neon's grandmother. I'm talking about my evil grandma. The Kimiyoshi family has forgiven the Ojo. The Furude family has done the same, right? Me. I'm one of the leaders of the three families, too. Hinamizawa has three powerful families who make the decisions for the village. That's been a tradition since the times of Onagafuchi Village. It sounds like an old tradition, but we can't avoid this road. So all we need is approval from the Sonozaki family. I heard that they have the most power among the three. This is a taboo that no one is allowed to touch. I can say it out loud because I have no connection with the tradition. If we can persuade Michan's grandmother, will the village council support us? What do you think, Mion? I don't want to fight with my grandma. But if she's standing between Satoko and safety, I must fight her. I'm not fighting as the heiress of the family. I'm going to fight as Satoko's friend. Kimiyoshi, please promise. If we persuade Mion's grandmother, will you support us as the village council? Of course. No one would complain if it was the decision of the three families. Let me get this straight. You were disagreeing because you're afraid of Mion's grandmother, right? You're grown adults. Good grief. That's what you're saying. But Oreo is scary. That's not true. I know Michan's grandmother very well. I know her scary side too, but she's not that bad. Keiichi is scarier when he's angry. Yeah, and Rena is scarier than me. Alright, I'm going to persuade Mion's grandmother. Support us if I succeed. Actually, don't just quietly support us. I'm expecting you guys to take some action too. What do you mean by that? We want the Onagafuchi Guardians to reunite. Are you going to let the kids do all the protesting? You want us to protest too? We can't do that. We should do that. We're going to tell the officials that we're going to fight against them. We need to do everything we can do. If we're going to support Keiichi on behalf of the whole village, we need to make things clear to them. We have to support them if they're going to be on their side. Once we decide to support them, it's no longer just Mayabara's fight. This is going to be the village's fight. In that case, you should be the leader, Kimiyoshi. There's no way the village leader shouldn't participate in the protest. Alright, I got it already. If Oryu is giving us approval, I'll act like a man. I'll help Keiichi. Does everyone agree with me? Yes. But you're not going to help him persuade Oryu. Oh, fine. I'll come with him to persuade Oryu. The way he talks might be too immature for her. She needs someone who can talk like an old person. I'm sorry for being so disrespectful to him. I'm sorry. Don't worry. You said some good things. You woke us up. You're the pride of Hinamizawa. I'm sorry for hitting you. I was getting too excited. I'm sorry too. Let's go, Keiichi. Let's fucking go. You got this, man. God, I'm really excited to see. Can Keiichi convince the old woman to actually change her mind? I highly doubt it.